Hey guys, it's Ian here with Hobbies Man once again, and today we're going to be doing another first impressions review for a manga. Today we're looking at Giant Killing Volume 1 by Masaya Tsunamoto with art by Suchi Tomo. And the publisher is Kodansha, and this is one of their digital only or digital first titles, and it's quite bad. I'm unhappy with this book. So we'll talk about it. The demographic is seinen, and the genre here is sports. Specifically, it's a soccer manga. And you can actually mention or explain that it's a series focusing on a soccer team manager, right? So the main character is not a player; he is a manager for the team, right? It does have an adaptation, as far as I understand it, and I think that that's probably the best way that you can enjoy this story, because reading this manga was horrible. Not necessarily because the story is bad, although I didn't really like the story. The writing, the lettering, the way that things were translated, the way things were edited was all quite horrible. I don't know who did the translation work, but I assumed that it was probably done, with a machine translation and with slapdash editing, right? I don't necessarily think it was like AI, or like, what's it called? Generative tools were used, because this is, quite old, but it was definitely not done by someone that is good at their job. If it was done by a person, right? And maybe it's because it's old. Maybe it's because they didn't really try. And either way, I'm unhappy about it, because I got this book basically for free. I think I probably got it during one of their line-wide Kodansha sales, where they just give out volume 1s for free. And thank God I did, because if I had spent a single penny on this, I would have been way more upset than I am now about this series. It's just so badly done, and it sucks, because if someone was going to like this story, they're going to have a really tough time doing so if they have to climb through this like set of hurdles that is dealing with bad lettering, bad translation, bad editing, and it's just kind of like I don't understand what the point is. This is a long series. I think it's like 40 volumes. Kodansha, why did you waste the time doing this if you were going to do it badly, right? Like, I don't get it. And it makes me upset, because it's like, you just ruined the chances of someone liking this, right? It just sucks. It's quite bad. And this also compounds with the fact that I didn't really like the series, so it makes it even worse, right? For me personally, right? So initially I thought it was kind of interesting, but then as I got kind of further in and we kind of met the characters, I realized I was not invested or interested, right? Basically, there is a team in Tokyo called the East Tokyo United team, which is struggling, right? They're having a really tough time, being good and making it past, their games. And the fan base has lost interest and pride in this team. And so this is bad, because that means that their funds are drying up, and that they're going to be unable to climb back from the hole, right? Because you need money to do that. And if you are losing and people are losing interest in you, you're making less money than you ever were, right? So this is partially bad. The other thing is that there is this person, this character, the main character, who used to play on this team, someday just kind of up and left for no reason. And he basically makes people feel like he betrayed their team, and he betrayed the community that was built around this team, right? However, and he's quite successful at taking small, useless, bad teams and turning them into, people in a team that can take down giants, right? So that's where the name Giant Killing comes from. And conceptually, that's really cool, right? And I really enjoy that. And, I think it's great, especially if you're a fan of Ted Lasso. This kind of setup might be attractive to you, right? But immediately gets killed by the fact that the main character is weird and abrasive in a way that is not endearing, right? Like, Ted Lasso is weird and wonky and kooky and quirky, but he is likable. This character is not likable. I don't even know his name. Tatsumi, I think is what he's called. This guy's not likable. And so even though he's kind of the hero of the story, you find no redeeming qualities in him. besides maybe the fact that people end up liking him eventually, right? We see this when they go to Europe to find him, and he made the small town love him because he made their team, you know, take down some other team, right? And so you understand that there is something about him that is valuable, but it's just impossible to find it when you're interacting with this character throughout most of this book, right? Also, the Deer Cell's bad. I don't like it. I usually try to avoid saying stuff like that. I don't necessarily want people to think that, you know, things are bad when it comes to art, because art's subjective, right? But to me, at this point, you know, with all of these bad things in this book happening, I can't like bother to be nice about it. Like I don't like this artwork, and it's quite bad. And I initially thought that it was like the cover that was like that it was kind of like fun and interesting, and it was trying to be wonky because that's kind of the vibe of the book. But no, it's just bad. And it sucks because I think that there's a few nuggets of greatness in this, right? But it's just impossible to bother liking it. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on Giant Killing. I really didn't want to be so negative. That's why it took so long to even talk about this. But I'm trying to record all the videos I can before I go down to my parents' house. So I had to do it, right? So yeah, here is my thoughts on Giant Killing. Let me know what you thought. What did you guys think down below? Is the anime better? I'm sure it is, because it has to be. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been made. But I don't know, man. This was bad. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later.